Now, just like we did with the button, we're going to start with a simple slip knot. It's the correct term, I believe, is a slip knot. Again, we don't want too big a tail because this is going to get tucked in onto the inside. Okay, slip that on there, and we're going to chain 2 again. So 1, 2, like that. And then from this second chain from the hook, we're going to go in and do, this time, we'll do 8 single crochets in that second stitch. So let's make ourselves a nice little circle of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now sometimes I'll pull on this tail here, and that'll kind of open the hole so that I have more room to fit more stitches on there. So it's 5, 6, 7. If I can get one more, makes 8. Okay. And then again, we're going to find the top of this first single crochet that we did and do a slip stitch to join around. So we have, see how well you can see that, we have 8 single crochets going all the way around. Okay, that's considered our first round. For the second round, we're going to go into the top of each of these single crochets and do 2 single crochets into them. So in essence, we're going to double in the amount of stitches. So by the end of this round, we should end up with 16 single crochet stitches. So I've got 2 here. This feels a little awkward because I've got to have can't have my hands as close to me as I'm used to. Okay. 2, just go around each one, do 2 single crochets. Last one, you do a slip stitch. And now counting around, we should have 16. So let's see, it's 4, 8, 12, and 16. Okay. So there's round 2. You've got the first round in the center, and then now a second round. For the third round, we're going to go around and we're going to do a pattern of 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then in the following stitch you do 2 single crochets. So this is going to help us increase. We should have 24 stitches by the time we're done. So we're going to do 1 in the next stitch. You don't need to do a chain 1 for the next loop or anything, just go straight into it. 1, and then in this stitch we're going to do 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and you repeat that going all the way around. So 1 in the next, and then 2 single crochets in this next one. 1, 2. Move that so it doesn't get tangled. So now again, 1, next stitch gets 2. 2. All the way around till we get 24 stitches at the end of this round. 1, 1, and the next one gets 2. About halfway there. So 1, 1, and 2. There's the first. Go back in, 2. Okay. 1, 1, and 2. Back in, and 2. Almost done. You can see we're just kind of making the circle bigger and bigger each round. 1, 1, and 2. Last time, 3 stitches left, so 1, 1. This last one here is going to get 2. So we have 1 here, 2 here. And we go back in here to the middle, right there, and slip stitch to join the round. Okay. And so you can kind of feel that it's getting a little bit wavy. This is actually the top of our Pokeball. So those are the first 4 rounds. The next 4 is going to be the exact same thing, and this is what's going to give it on the Pokeball. You'll see these last 4 rows. It's kind of what's going to make it cup a little bit to be the top half. So all we're going to do is literally, we should have the 32 stitches all the way around now. And we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each one, and you're going to do that for 4 rows. Again, we're not going to do a chain 1 to start a new row. You just go right into it. So you find that next stitch, insert the hook, go through for a single crochet, and you're going to do that all the way around. Give myself some slack. Just single crochet all the way around. And even by the end of this first row, you're going to see it kind of start to form the walls of the Pokeball. So we're just going to single crochet all the way around. So like I said, once you're done with that first round, you can kind of see it's building up on itself. I'm at the last stitch, so I'm going to go in, pull through, and make a slip stitch, and there's row 5. We're going to keep doing this for another 3 rows. Like I said, you don't chain 1 to start the new. You just go straight into the next stitch, do a single crochet all the way around, single crochets, and this time we're going to go around. We're going to repeat this for 3 more rows, so in the end you should have a total of 8 rows. And the way I count them, as you can see right here, this bunch here, that's row 1, here's row 2, all right here, here's row 3, row 4, row 5, and so now I'm on row 6. You're going to want to do this for a total of 8 rows. Then we're going to bring in the black. Okay, so I've come to the end of my 4th round, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it off with the slip stitch. Okay, and now that we've got 4, like I told you, it kind of cups a bit, so this is going to be the top half of our Pokeball. So now I'm not going to cut, I'm not going to pull the thread yet. I can cut it, so we're just going to give it like a trim about right there, because this is going to get tucked on the inside and hidden in all of the fluff. So I'm going to switch to my black. I'm going to start by going into the next, like I'm going to do a single crochet, grab my black thread, let's put the red back here. Okay, I'm going to grab my black, give it a little bit of a tail, put it through the hook, and pull that through that next stitch, and continue on like I'm doing a regular single stitch by pulling the thread, the yarn through both stitches, and we're going to continue on doing a single crochet in the black around each stitch. We're only going to do this for 1 row because we're only making half of this black stripe here in the middle. The other half is going to get attached to the to the white half of the circle. So we're going to go through, and like I said, don't worry about those tails, we're going to tuck them in later, and do a single crochet on the top of each single crochet. So go all the way around. Last single crochet. Now we're back to where we started, so we're going to go ahead and take the hook, go in one last time, and we're going to do slip stitch. So pull it up and just pull it straight through what we have on the hook. And there you have half of the black row. So what we're going to do, since this is the first half we made, we're going to go ahead, you don't want too long a tail for this one, so we'll just snip it about right there. Go ahead and pull the yarn through, and you can, if you want, you can thread these through your needle and try to, but for me, I just kind of pick a spot next to the loose thread, stick the hook through it, wrap it through, and bring it to the inside. Okay, and do that again with the black. Find a spot pretty close to it, wrap it through, and bring it inside. So now that we've got those two. Now for this tail end, however, I do want to kind of thread that in, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my yarn needle and thread it through with the tail. Okay, like so. And then I want this to look kind of nice, so let's see if I can get this to come in the way I want it to. Pull it through like that, going in from the outside in. Pull it through, and then we're going to kind of weave it in some of this existing thread. And so what I like to do, again, I do this mainly because it just makes me feel more secure in the fact that it's not going to unravel on me. But I'm going to go ahead and take these three, grabbing the two black together since they're closest, and the red, and just do I like to do a double knot on here because I really want to make sure that this isn't going to unravel on me. So double knot. You can trim this up if you want, or just leave them on the inside. Like I said, they're going to get hidden by all of that fluff on the inside when we sew them together. Finally, I'm going to take the crochet hook, put it through the top, grab this little baby tail that we had from the beginning, and pull it through as well, and that's just going to hang out there on the inside. Okay? And so we are done with the first half. Don't worry when you go to the beginning about that single red stitch that's interrupting your black there. When we sew the two pieces together, this is going to be where we start, and so that's going to get covered by the button anyway, so you're not going to see that, so don't worry about that too much. But that's the first half. You're going to want to go ahead and, if you want, loop back to the beginning, only this time grab your white thread, and you're going to do the exact same thing. So 2 halves, 1 red, 1 white.